Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me. Today we will be going through the new self-service, and you will be able to see how to navigate through the new platform as a faculty member. So the first thing I need to point out here is the login is a little bit different than we're used to. For security purposes, they've added a two-step authentication. So the first screen here, you'll see you have to add Hilbert0 / before your username. Once you put that in, then it takes you to this ADFS screen. And here you just enter your regular email address and the password you use for all of your platforms. Now, once you've logged in, it's going to take you right to your dashboard. There are 3 components to the dashboard that you'll need to know about. The first one up top here is an alert. I can put out any alerts or reminders to specific populations if I need to. So I am able to put one out to just faculty, just students, students by grade level. Underneath, you'll see a calendar. And here, depending on what day you're on, so let's go back to the 15th, it will show you your schedule depending on when you're teaching. To the right here is a message board, and this is just a generic message board. Anything I put on here would go out to anybody who can access self-service. So now I'm going to go through the tabs here at the top. The first one is planning. This might be good for advisors to use. This has the transfer course equivalencies. So if you want to see what a course might come in as from another school, you can use this tool. If the course is in our system, it will populate. The next one is for classes. So this is really the bread and butter of what the faculty are going to be using. The first link under here is My Schedule. And it is what it sounds like, and it shows you your schedule for the semester. You can go back and look at previous semesters if you want to. Under here, if you click on the link for the course, it will show you exactly what the students see if they click on that course and while they're searching for a section. It has how many seats left, credits, daytime faculty, location, course description, prerequisites. If you view class list, this will take you to your course management site. So I am actually going to access it by going up to classes and going to course management instead. So once we get here, again, you're going to select your semester. We're in fall 2020, session 1, and we're going to look for a specific course. So the dashboard of your course is where you can take attendance if you want to. This is for daily attendance. As you know, during DropAd, that is required. This calendar will show you, it's color-coded. So if it's this peach color, it means you have not submitted your attendance. If it's green, then you have submitted it. So you can access daily attendance through this link right here, or you can access it down here to the left. I am just going to click it through there. And all you have to do is, if you have multiple students, you can apply the same status to everybody if you want to, or you can do it individually, and then you just hit save. Additionally, you can download your attendance reports through this download link here. Going back up to this menu, we're going to go to class list, and this is going to show you who is in your class. Another interesting feature on this is that up here, if you select this, you can see who has dropped your class or who might be on a hold because they're waiting for their advisor's approval. So nobody's dropped or is on hold for this, but this would be nice if you are wondering where a student may have gone. If you want to know if they dropped a class, that is how you can do that. In this screen, you can also email your students. You can select all, or you can just select the one student and then click the mail button. You can download your class roster, and you can view your class also in images here. So there's 2 different view options. The next is a wait list. So if a student has joined a wait list for your class because it has closed due to being full, you can manage that wait list through here and see who is in there. The great thing about this is if you see anybody in a specific major you know needs that course, they're a senior, they're graduating, and you feel like you need to push them through, you can let our office know that you want to push that student through the wait list. Permission requests, there's nothing in here now, but if your course requires permission from the faculty to register for the class, this is where you will find those requests. So you can approve or deny them, and you can add comments along with the request. Overall grades, so you have, this is where you would do both midterm and final grades. So you'll see that I've already posted the midterm grade for this student. And I have yet to submit the final grade for this student, but the most important thing on this screen is you have to make sure that you submit whichever grade. Save does not send it through the system, so you have to hit the submit. So I'm going to hit submit final. And then if you go here, you can see course statistics once you've submitted your grades. Doesn't look like it's working right now, but we will get that up and working. You can also download your grade list if you need to. Overall attendance, this is where you would go at the end of the semester. If a student has received an F, we need to know their last date of attendance for financial aid purposes. So you would go in overall attendance, click one of these, and then you would mark the last date that they attended the class. Moving on to advising. So for advisors, the first step that you need to do is to authorize registration for students. So once you go to this screen, you have My Advisees selected, department chairs. You can click all students if you need to. And to pull up your entire list, you just put in % and then hit enter. So now you can see one student I've already authorized, the other one I have not. So I'm going to click that student, and all I'm going to do is check this box, and now that student's authorized. If I want to take that away, I just click unauthorize. Should do this for the fall session 1, but they're both authorized for that. The next is to manage your advisees, and this is where you go once they've already registered for their courses. Again, you can hit %. And in here is where you will see if they have a pending schedule. So you'll see over on the right here, this green checkbox, that means they have a schedule request. Click this down arrow, and this will actually take you to several things. You can just go to schedule requests, or you can view their schedule, their grades or attendance, or you can view their entire profile. So I am in the schedule request. The student is requesting to be allowed into these 2 courses. So I want to approve all of these, or I can do deny and approve one or the other. And I'm going to hit validate, just to make sure, and then I'm going to hit save. So these courses are now approved, and this one was denied. And this gives you a breakdown, and these were all the dropped courses that the student had. So on the top here, you'll see a bunch of options for the student. You can go to their profile, and this is really their academic dashboard. This shows you all the information regarding class level, when they started, major, obviously, are they part-time or full-time, things like that, their GPA, how many credits remaining, what they're enrolled for. It's a really great snapshot of your students. Next is the schedule. So in here, everything is color-coded, depending on what is going on. So you can see courses that are in their cart. If those were on here, it would be yellow. You can see waitlist courses, those would be blue. Anything pending is blue. Denied is red, registered is green. So it's got a nice color coding system for both you and students to see. You can also do a list view for students as well. They can see a schedule and a list. Additionally, you can see grades. So as their advisor, you would go in and see their grades. You can select different semesters to view. You can look at their academic plan. So this is basically like their program sheet. Students see this on their self-service, so they have access to who their faculty is very easily, and they would see their progress this way too. The most beneficial to this for me, I believe, is this course is not assigned to this plan. This is going to show you any course they're registered for or have taken in the past that is not counting towards their major. As we all know, this can have an impact on financial aid, and their just general progress to degree can slow them down if they're taking courses they don't need. Additionally, if you want, you can go through here to help the student find courses. So we know that they haven't taken the civic engagement. And I'm going to do PS 102. Now this just shows you what counts. If you want to see if it's being offered, you would click it and then hit Find Course section. And it's being offered in fall 2020. Now you can add this to the student's cart, but you cannot register them for the class. So moving on is the what if. Both you and the student can do what ifs. Delete these, you can delete them if you want to. Generally, you're going to pick the semester the student started, undergraduate, and then pick a major for them that they might want to change to, and create. And it will do the same thing. It will give you an academic plan and show you how their courses are fitting. If you go down to this course is not assigned, you'll see everything they've taken that is not applicable. Here you can see a student's unofficial transcript. And then the only other section in here that might be relevant is test scores. We don't really do AccuPlacer anymore, but in here for more recent students, we have high school GPA, and this would be important to help you with placement for English and math. Last is department, and this is applicable for any division chairs, so you can manage your departments through this link. And you can act as faculty in any of the courses using this page. So you can look by instructor, department, or year, division, semester, and then pick a course. And then you are taken right into the class. The last area that I want to show you is your profile. It is not as robust as a student, so you don't really have anything under the profile here, but you have some information in the other areas. So account, this is where your username and your system ID or your ID number would be. And if you wanted to change your password to get into self-service, this is where you would do it. You can update or change your address, update and change your phone number. You can add emergency contacts. And the other ones we really don't need for the faculty in here, but the preferred name, we're working on getting this working. So students who want to be identified under a different name or gender identity, they can use this link to do that. It is not currently working, but we are working on getting that done. And last, if you want to get a quicker snapshot of all these tabs, all you have to do is go to these 3 lines, and it'll give you a layout of everything that is in those tabs, so you can navigate this way as well. And then to get back to your dashboard, you just click the Hilbert logo, and it takes you right back to your dashboard. That is all for the self-service training. This is a new platform, so we are still working out some kinks. But as new things arise, or if I think of anything that might be relevant or important, I will be sure to send out an email to all faculty so you are aware. And please, if you're having any technical difficulties with self-service, I ask that you email the help desk at helpdeskit@hilbert.edu so they can work on the technical aspect. Anything related to having access to certain components, you can email me.